So it's 9 a.m. and we're starting the appeal number 958 at 123 Taylor Place. I have in the room the owner, Sven Eriksson, and his son, Nicholas Eriksson. And it's March 20, 2026. Okay, the next thing I have to do is swear you in, because you're going to be the one speaking. He's really just observing.
Correct.
Right? So I'm only going to swear you in, Sven. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then I therefore need you to sign that one page, here it is, good, on the signature. How to get to be March 20th already.
Time flies.
Yes. Okay, now we can get going. So what would be your case for changing the assessment?
So
let me just add, by the way.
Sure.
Double check. The town valued this property at $252,700.
Correct.
And you'd like to reduce it to $40,000.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure the numbers are. Now go ahead.
So I and my wife bought 1343 Middle Terrace, of which this property 123 Taylor Place is adjacent to. We bought it back in 1975, and we lived here for many years. And then we moved to Chicago because of a job change. And since then, we have been renting out the house. And at the moment, we have long-term rents and so forth. I have no objections to your assessment of 1343 Middle Terrace, which is the property where the house is located. The problem I have is with 123 Taylor Place, the 252,700. And the reason for that is that back in 2015, I applied to move the borderline between the two properties so both would be 8,000 square feet plus. That would have made it into two building lots. There was opposition from my neighbors, and the town of Fairfield had a hearing, and there were 5 people in the hearing. 3 people voted in favor of my application, and 2 people voted against. According to my lawyer, which is a fellow named John Fallon, I wasn't at the hearing, 3 against 2 voted in favor of my application, but this needed a supermajority, at least 4 against 1. And since that wasn't the case, my application failed. Okay. So the 5,080 square foot lot, the 123 Taylor Place, is worthless except as an extension of 1343 Middle Terrace. And the 252,700, I think, represent more of, if not completely, a building lot. Whereas...
Start that part again. What represents the building lot?
So the requirement for a building lot in the town of Fairfield is 6,000 square feet. And this is 5,080 square feet. That's why I had to move the border.
Building lot requires
6,000 square feet.
Dollars square feet. 6,000 square feet. So you wanted to move the border, or you did move the border?
I wanted to move the border, but the town of Fairfield has made the ruling I cannot move the border. So this cannot be a building lot. But it is an extension of the other, of course.
So this lot cannot be built on.
Correct. It's worthless except as an extension of the 1343 Middle Terrace. And from my research tells me that this extension...
1343 Milton, okay.
Yeah. My research tells me that the value of this additional property is in the area of 10 to 20% of what a building lot would be valued at.
Mm-hmm.
And
how do you get that number?
ChatGPT. And it's surprisingly good. It argues all kinds of issues. So that's the research. I described the situation in detail to ChatGPT, and the answer was 10 to 20% of what a building lot would be, and they suggested $25,000 to $40,000. And I probably would have asked for less than $40,000, except I did my research after I responded to, after I wrote my appeal. But I'm satisfied with the $40,000. That's what I'm asking for. So.
Okay.
And I think that your number, the 252,700, represents like a building lot.
It appears to.
Yeah, exactly. And it just, the town of Fairfield has said it's not a building lot. It cannot be changed into a building lot. At the moment, we assess it for tax purposes as a building lot. And that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Is it a duck or not a duck?
Exactly. Exactly. It can't be both.
Okay. You understand, I'm hearing your case, making notes, and I will present this to the full ward. I think there are 7 or 8 of us, and they will make a decision.
Okay.
We're getting near the end of the month, so this will probably happen soon. But I'm taking all this information down, and I'm happy to put your case forward. So if it can't be a building lot, then the question is what value it has.
Correct.
And you found something online. Its only value is an extension of 1343, and you think the value is 10 to 20% of what a building lot value would be.
Correct.
And so that's where you came up with the 40,000.
And the specific number that ChatGPT gave me after I explained everything was $25,000 to $40,000.
Okay. I don't know if I even want to put down ChatGPT.
No, maybe.
I don't know how that would be viewed as a reference.
It's my research, let's put it that way.
I can just say his research, and I wrote, per his research, 10 to 20% of what a building lot value would be.
Correct.
And that's where you got 40,000. It could be several sources. It doesn't have to be just one.
No.
And
in fact, the 40,000 I wrote without having done the ChatGPT. So when I put down the 40,000, it was my research here only.
Which is probably pretty good. You seem like a smart man.
Well, you're very generous. Thank you. He's a smart guy, but that's thanks to my wife.
Well, he's younger than we are.
Well, you're younger than me, I'm sure.
What's that?
You're a lot younger than I am, I'm sure.
Let's not argue about it.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me about this one?
What have I missed, Nicholas?
No.
Yeah. The bottom line is exactly as you put it, it can't be both not a duck and a duck. It has to be one or the other. And since the one door is closed, the remaining door is the valuation of the property as an extension for 1343 Miller Terrace.
Yeah.
And I should have done this in the appeal in previous.
5 years ago.
Yes. At the time I was working, I was traveling, and I had somebody else, good friend, come in for this, but he was not well informed the way that I'm able to explain it to you. So it was never really seriously tried last time.
Yeah, I understand. Let's see what we can get this time. Is there anything else I should know?
Not that I can think of.
Do you live at the other property that's adjacent?
I do not.
No.
I live at a separate place here in downtown. Well,
Downtown.
close to downtown.
Closer to downtown. So it's the other property is rented?
The 1343 has been rented, and I've been very lucky. The same tenant has been there for maybe 10 years, or at least
That's
8 years.
Good period of time.
Very good people.
Okay. It's good not to have to keep changing tenants.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
I have a rental property myself.
Okay, good.
It's not in this town, but.
Okay.
Okay. Don't think I have any other questions unless there's something else you want to share with me.
I don't know what it should be. The critical part, which is not part of my write-up, is the 2015 appeal that I made, which I've described, and that failed because of the lack of a supermajority among the town of Fairfield representatives. So, but I think you have recorded that. So I've made efforts to change it, but it cannot be changed.
I don't think it can't be built on. That's what can't be changed.
Right.
Because a supermajority of town reps voted on it.
Right. And I handled it with all the professional help I could get. A fellow named John Fallon, who I think is known to some of people here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think was as professional, or is as professional as can be.
He's a real estate lawyer.
Exactly.
He's
So he
supposed to be very good.
crossed the T's, dot the I's, and still we failed.
Well, I mean, you could try again another time if you want to spend the money on the lawyer, because different people in town might start feeling different about.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking, if this were me, if this lot could be built on, it's going to be valued higher, and the town will get more tax revenue. Is that right?
And I would be all for that, honestly. So I might just do that someday, but in the meantime...
In the meantime, we're where we are.
It's no duck or it's a duck.
Okay.
All right?
Very good. So I'm going to end this session at 9:16.
Thank you very much.
And I shall let you go.
All right.
It is 9:18, and we're starting the hearing for property number 959. What did I say it was, 9:18? And I have with me the owner, Sven Eriksson. Is that correct?
Correct.
The owner is the appellant. And also in attendance is his son. And your name again was?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. And your relationship to this property is what?
No relationship.
Okay. You're just here because you're his son.
That's right.
Okay. don't know if I have to swear you in again, but I will,
Sure,
just
do
in
it.
case. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Put this one I did. Okay. Never been a morning person. I have to be careful. And my name is Flora O'Brien. I think I forgot to state that for the recording. All righty, so we're now talking about 1343 Mill Hill Terrace, which the town has valued at $839,300, and you valued at $839,300, according to the records.
That is
So
correct.
what's the appeal regarding?
So it's not an appeal. I thought it would be of value to understand my situation regarding the 123 Taylor Place.
Which we just did.
That we just did. If I also included this, because it's the adjacent lot, and it's the extension of this lot that should determine the value of the 123 Taylor Place. And just to try to avoid any confusion about it, I included this, but I have no objections to your assessment. Yes, I could nitpick this or that, but no, it's essentially it's correct. You've done the correct job.
Okay, so this is included in reference
To the
123
123 Taylor Place, correct.
Okay. So anything else I need to write down?
Not that I can think of, unless Niklas says something. No?
Okay. Well, in that case, we can conclude this session at 9:21. And I can excuse both of you gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Laura.
It is 9:45 a.m. on March 20th, and I am hearing appeal number 965 for owner Joshua Stein.
Morning.
He's at 1420 Galloping Hill Road.
1420, yeah.
The property per the town's value is $1,318,000 even, and he is asking it to be reduced to $1,027,016. Those numbers correct?
Yeah. Let me just try to go back to that. I was sorting the vehicle paperwork out. 1318.
1318 is even, it's a town.
Yep.
And you asked for 1,027,016.
Correct. That is correct. Thank you.
I'd like to confirm those things.
That is confirmed.
Okay, and next I need to have you sworn in.
Okay.
So, Joshua, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Then would you sign the signature?
Okay.
Okay. That's all the paperwork. Now it's,
Okay.
what do you want to, what's your story on
My
why this
story. Okay.
should be reduced?
Yeah, so there's a few things going on here. So there's a property that's almost identical to ours in terms of square footage, acreage, build, everything you can imagine. It's 1133 Galloping Hill Road.
1133
Galloping Hill Road.
Galloping Hill.
That house transacted the same exact time that our house transacted in 2022 and closed on the same exact day, June 2nd, 2022. That house sold for $1.378 million.
Let me, hold on, I gotta write that
Sure.
down. So when was it, June 2022?
Both our houses sold June 2nd, 2022.
Okay,
And both arm's length transactions, both were legitimate listings that had been marketed. Everything almost is identical down to the square footage, the acreage, and the style of home, et cetera. So like all the main things are the same. I think the difference is we pay $975 versus $1.378 million because our property's land,
when you say pay. you
that was the
mean-
closing price.
Oh.
Like we
what you
transacted on the
purchased it
same
for.
day.
Okay,
So the exact same day, almost identical situation, if not identical. Their house went for almost $400,000 more. And these were both arm's length transactions.
the other home was what, was 1133?
Well, it was 1133 Galloping Hill
Yeah.
Road, and it went for $1.378 million.
But it sold for how much more than yours?
Almost $400,000 more. Ours transacted $975.
Almost 400,000.
Yeah, we were scouring the market, willing to give, given the craziness of the market at the time. And the house we purchased had some fallbacks. The land was completely slanted and sloped, pretty much the entire property. Front yard, backyard, driveway, front steps. You have to walk up a lot of steps. You could look at the front of the house. I have pictures I could show in a moment. The backyard was extremely slanted. There's drop-offs at either side of the property, so the sidelines of the property had huge drop-offs. I think that contributed heavily to the price difference, as well as the condition of the property. So the land and the condition of the property were substantially different. I think that did account for that price difference in the transaction price. Their property ended up getting appraised and assessed as part of this process the town is doing slightly less than ours, despite the massive difference, or what I think is a massive difference in the sales price was a good litmus test for that, I believe. So that was kind of where my head went. It's like these situations, the houses, the land, the quantity, the square footage, the acreage, the style of house are the same.
Can I
Yeah.
go back for a second?
Sure.
So 1133 sold for almost 400,000 more than yours.
Yes.
If I got that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't write that down right. Okay. Your land sloped,
Heavily
drops off
sloped,
at the
yeah.
edge of the property. Okay,
Well,
now.
it drops off everywhere, but yeah. So I think that was a big difference. I think the condition of the house was a big difference.
For which house?
Between them. So I think their land is better, it's flatter, their house condition and finishes were better. All that contributed, I think, to the sales price difference.
Okay.
And I think the case I'm going to make today is looking at my neighbors' houses, for example, next door, 1390 Galloping Hill Road, looking at other houses that have an acre, all their land is assessed at the same condition. There's a condition factor on the land value. Mine says 1.00, and my land is valued the same as everyone else that has very nice flat land, no drop-offs, they're not wet. We have a lot of runoff because our neighbor's property slopes right into our property. Our driveway parking, our cars are slanted. My elderly mother lives with us, and her car, unfortunately, where she parks is at a major slope. So the whole property is sloped. If I stood at the edge of my property, the sidelines it's potentially a 10-foot plus drop-off. At the sidelines, in the front, it's similar. It's like I could be standing on the driveway and there's retaining walls, and it slopes up. So there's no good usable place. We haven't even put in the swing set yet because the only place is a little flat parcel of land at the road, basically. We can't use the backyard, the side yard, the front yard without doing major construction and leveling out things and building retaining walls, because everything is sloped. So I think the land is a big difference. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is...
But it's 1390. I was about to write something down for that.
Yeah.
What were you saying about
I'm just saying that they're a neighbor that also have an acre,
Yeah.
and their land is more flat and usable, in my opinion. Just an example. And their land's valued the same amount. So everyone's land in that neighborhood that's an acre is valued at the same amount, including ours. And most other parcels of land are flat and nice and dry and usable. Ours is extremely sloped, gets very wet, and we can't do much with it. All around the house, front, backyard, side yards, everything.
Okay.
So that's where I'm saying that ours is valued at a 1.0 condition on the land. And I think I'm suggesting that we reduce, or I'm requesting, please, that we consider reducing the land value. And I think conservatively, in my opinion, it could be like half the value, but let's just even say it's 75% of value. Trying to be reasonable here, so between 50% and 100%. If we take 75% of the land value against how it is valued, that
70% of
75%
proposed.
of proposed. So if the land was valued at $884,500,
Okay.
$884,500, and we take 75% of that, that reduces the land value to $663,375. Which is a difference of $221,125.
Check on the property card.
If you look at the bottom, it has the condition.
884,500.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. 884,500. So we take 75%. That brings us to $663,375, which is a difference of, and I could give you this paper writing down too if you want, $221,125. That was my first part of the story. The second part, and I have a bunch of data too. The second part is, I believe that the grade that the house was given, the condition and the depreciation factor could be potentially slightly adjusted. I believe I have a B- grade and I'm depreciated 40%. And I was proposing just changing that a little bit to 50% depreciation and potentially the grade in the C range. And the reason being is because this is an old colonial that was updated, I don't know, 20-something years ago by the prior owner. It has average everything, so average structure, average framing, average materials, basic trim and millwork, an asphalt roof. It has siding that's probably original to the house. It has old wood siding that's rotting. It has builder-grade kitchens and bathrooms. I think it falls below a B- in terms of value. So that was kind of where the numbers were landing. If we do that 10% adjustment, just doing back of the napkin math, if we adjust the value of the structure and depreciate an extra 10%, I think that reduces the improvements of the building value by $69,859.
69,000.
859.
859. Any particular way you came up with that number?
Yeah, so I saw that the field card said the depreciation was 40%, the percent good was 60%.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the grade B-, all I did was shift 10% off the total there, so the building value would be depreciated 50%, which was a $69,859 difference. And that's how I arrived at the requested $1,027,016.
So you took 10% off the total value.
I just changed, I changed the current depreciation from 40 to 50%, which reduced the percent good from 60 to 50%. So it was a 10% difference.
Well, you took 10% off the percent good.
Yeah, because I feel the grade and the quality and the construction, we have sloped floors in some parts. Like the house isn't up to.
So let me list some of the things you
Sure.
mentioned, because I couldn't write them.
Sure.
I got the siding is rotting.
Yeah. So old original siding that's rotting.
It's original.
1960s.
How old is the home?
And while I think the prior owner did some updates like 20-something years ago,
Mm-hmm.
there hasn't been like exterior modifications. It has all standard stuff. So average everything: framing, build, materials, roof, siding, builder grade finishings, kitchens, and baths. So it's not like a luxury finish. It's very standard quality. And that's where I think that it was given a B- grade. So I'm saying the grade to begin with is probably in the C range for valuation purposes.
So let me write down a couple of the other things
Sure.
that aren't up to snuff besides the siding. You mentioned others.
Yeah, so everything is standard materials or builder grade materials,
Mhm.
including kitchens and baths. And then floors in some places are slanted. Siding is original in most parts and has rot. It's going to have to be replaced. And just the overall grade of construction, I believe, is in the C range versus the B- range. So I think it's two things we're talking about. It's the grade of the construction is potentially in the C range, and the percent good is potentially, it's not 60% good, it's 50% good, is what I'm proposing.
There's somebody behind me.
Sorry?
Did I not give you something?
No, Greg Lane is here for another person, but one of his got mixed in with somebody else's.
Okay.
It's a lot going on. I know. I'm sorry I'm talking so much.
No, all of a sudden I heard somebody behind me, and I go,
Surprise.
what just happened? She snuck in here. Some floors slanted. I have only builder grade, C
Quality. C range
range,
instead of B range.
not B.
B- or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever. Some floors slanted. When was the kitchen last updated, or never?
20-something years ago was the last real update. So we have like the prior owner's cabinetry, et cetera. Yeah, so just to recap, I think the point I'm trying to make again is, to begin with, it's probably C range of grade, and then the separate part of that is the percent good is probably a little bit less than it's stated. So it's two different things that played into that 69,000 number. So if you take that 69,000 number, that 221 number, that's where I arrived at the difference.
What percent good is on the card?
So 60.
It's too high.
And then, for example, like my neighbor's house, which the exteriors look very similar, like chipping paint and some rot and this and that.
You mean the 1133?
No, this is a different one. Sorry, this is
Okay.
1390. They're at 45% good. So I'm above their percent good. I'm at 50% good versus the current 60%. So that's why I saw like other people were
Slow
different.
down. So what property number are you talking about?
1390. My next door neighbor. Sorry.
Next.
Sorry to be so bad.
Yeah, I got to. And
their percent good is 45.
45% good.
And I'm proposing 50 against my current 60. So I felt 50 was fair, is my point. All right, you ready for a little bit more? I'm almost done. Let me know.
Okay, now I'm ready.
All right, so the last point I think I have, and then I can do a quick recap, is 525 Galloping Hill presented I listened on the audio recording online on the website. They presented their case for their appeal, and they're on the same road, same area, and they pointed out that 203 Wildflower Road, which, for example, is just an example to throw out there, has 2.4 flat acres, is larger in square footage, and I think it sold for, let me just pull it up here. Give me 1 second, sorry. This is 203 Wildflower Lane. That house sold for $925 on July 2025. That's a recent comparison, in my opinion. They used it in their case, so I figured it was fair to bring it up in my case.
Okay, so they appealed,
They appealed. 525 Galloping Hill was in here for an appeal.
number 525 Galloping Hill.
And they brought up the 203 Wildflower Lane. They brought up that as a comparison property. They were talking about similar things, I think.
203 Wildflower.
Flower, yeah.
Can't speak this morning.
Sorry, there's so much I'm throwing at you.
Go ahead.
They brought that up in their case to support a lower appraised value because that sold in July 25, so a recent sale. And that had 2.4 flat acres, so way more acreage. They're saying it's flat. I have way less acreage and mine is all sloped. Their square footage is larger than my square footage. They're at, they're larger if you add up everything. Even, basement aside, everything is larger. The basement's slightly larger, the living area is slightly larger. And they sold for $925 recently in July 2025. So I just, again, brought up that because 525 Galloping, who's on my street, brought up 203 Wildflower. So I'm just pointing that out as something to consider when looking at everything as a whole, the value as a whole. So setting aside the separate land value, the separate building value, I think that does help me support closer to $1 million appraisal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm not saying let's go below $1 million. I think I'm trying to be fair here. I'm not going to the lowest of the low and being conservative in the land value, even though I think most of my land isn't great, going to 75%, so knocking up 25%. And then let me just look at what I submitted and make sure there's nothing else. I think that was it for the 1420 Galloping.
Do you have anything else you want me to enclose?
I can
in
give
the
you,
packet?
I wrote on the back of it the numbers, you wrote them down.
Yeah. But if you had any kind of a typed up
You want to see
exhibit.
pictures? Is that helpful? Or do you not want pictures?
It
shows the slopes?
It's not me exactly, because
Okay.
I'm going to bring this up with the whole Board of
Okay.
Assessment Appeals, like there's 7 or 8 of us.
Okay.
And if there's something that you think would be instructive to help your case,
Okay.
that you want me to have in the packet,
Gotcha.
so they would definitely see it,
Mm-hmm.
I can add it.
Okay.
But I'm not forcing you to.
Okay. Let me try to write down some notes here. Major applicant property sidelines. And then this is the backyard. So severely sloped. And then I'll explain it in a second. Do you think pictures would help, or you just can't say?
They often do. It depends on how good they are
Okay.
and how directly they relate to what you've already told me.
Yeah.
If somebody can look at that and go, I don't know what I'm looking at, it's not going to help.
That's what I'm trying to just make sure I print it out. Okay. This might be helpful. Let's see. What's something else? 1 second, almost done. Thank you so much. And the vehicle should be super, super quick. So I'm just looking for one printout. Thought I brought it, maybe I didn't. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to present here is a couple things. So let's start with the easy ones. So these are just pictures of this property sidelines
Mm-hmm.
where it drops off.
And you've labeled them as such.
Yep. If you can read my chicken scratch.
Yep.
This is the backyard. This is all steep slope. Like I'm standing here, the land's above my head. This drops off. There's one green stretch of land, which is my septic leaching field, and I'm including that on the map.
That's good.
So the only green flat, it's not even flat, it's sloped, in my backyard is the strip where the leaching field is. My entire backyard is either wooded or unusable slope at this point, severely sloped. You could look at the back of my house, I think, in the picture, and you could see that there's even steps up to the first floor, let alone the walkout basement. I think I gave you that, one of those. Yeah, so you can kind of see, like, the house, and it's very high up there.
Mm-hmm.
And similar for the front yard, it's all sloped, the whole front yard is sloped, the parking is sloped, et cetera. I don't know if I have a good picture of that. So, if you want to take that,
Okay.
that's what I got for that.
Case ID on every one of these, so
Okay.
I know
Sorry, I could
to
have
which, no,
written that.
it's not your responsibility.
I promise the next one should be super quick. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. So now we're going to property appeal number 964. It's 10:09 a.m. And again with Joshua Stein.
Hello.
And this is for a motor vehicle.
Yes.
I've not done one of those before,
Okay.
so I'm not sure I'm going to be doing this properly, but the town has valued this at $91,850, and you wish it to be reduced to $45,000. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is the ask. I don't know if we can get all the way there, but I'll present my facts.
Yep. And I guess I'll swear you in again.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. So, tell me what you have to say.
Okay. So I bought this vehicle recently. It's a 2023 that was sold in 2022 originally. So it's from 2022. This vehicle had over twice the number of miles that any other comparable vehicle at that age had. So it had, it currently has 70,000 miles. When I purchased it, it had 60,000 miles. And anything else on the market was around 30,000 or less, 20 to 30,000 miles. So the mileage is extremely high, and it shows wear and tear for its use and age. I didn't know that it was valued at $91,850. I have the sticker here that I was able to get a picture of that shows the MSRP. It says manufacturer's suggested retail price is $76,400.
As of?
Well, this is the original sticker.
Original
This is when it was
sticker.
sold in 2022. I can make a note on this vehicle originally sold in 2022. So this is the original sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And then I circled where it says manufacturer's suggested retail price, the MSRP. So that number in 2022, when it was brand new, is substantially lower than what the town has at $91,850.
It was $76,400.
That's what it says here. Yep. I bought this used, again, extremely high mileage with lots of wear and tear. My purchase price, and on the form I think I have more precise numbers, but it was about $50,000, my purchase price, when I bought it in 2024. I think it was like December 2024 or something like that. So at that point, it was about 2 years old because it had first sold in, I think it was November or October or something, 2022. So there's a big difference between the sticker, what I found, and what the town says the value is and what I paid. It's a substantial difference. And I'm unfamiliar, there's a new depreciation schedule. This is from the state of Connecticut.
Because they're using that now.
Right. So I don't know.
Standard.
Right.
You know, not trying to
I know.
figure out what it might sell for. They're using
Right.
depreciation. Go ahead.
I'm telling you what I paid for it and what the original MSRP was, and it has high mileage and wear and tear. The wear and tear and the high mileage might not matter. I'm just stating that for the record. But given the table here, I'm assuming vehicle age. Does it say on your form when the tax was, what period the tax was for? Like, was it 2025?
Yeah, this isn't clear. on
Okay.
that. And it's a vehicle, and I've
Yeah.
not done these before, and I really don't know what they use.
Okay.
How they came to it. I just see a number here, and it
Yeah.
doesn't have a property card like a home with land does.
So this is the table. So I guess once someone decides the vehicle age and how it should be depreciated, up to 1 year is 85%, 2 years is, this is all from the state, is 80%, 3 years is 75%. If the tax was done for 2025 or whatever, I don't know if it's 3 years at that point, because it's
You don't mean the tax, you mean the assessment.
the assessment.
Yes.
Because if the car's from October, November 2022, so the vehicle age depends on that date, I guess. And I don't know when the date is the tax was done. So I think it's potentially 3 years or 75% of the MSRP is what I had put down on the paper. Now my numbers were a little bit off here. I put a higher MSRP, and then I found this printout of the actual window sticker, and it's about $6,000 difference. So I just don't know if it's 75% or 80% or 70%. I think it depends when the tax was assessed, if it was 24 tax or 25 tax. If it was 24, I bought the vehicle in, what did I say? I bought the vehicle in 24.
Well, this document is dated July of 2025.
This is just a PDF from the state.
I understand. So they're valuing this vehicle now in 2026 as of 2025, because that's the tax valuation date
Okay.
for this
So
property.
it'd be 4 years old.
Yes.
Okay. So if it's 4 years old, then that's the 70%. So if you take the 70, I gave you the window sticker, right? Yeah, it's right here. So we take the MSRP where it says MSRP on the window sticker. There's nothing else that I saw that said MSRP anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It says 76,400.
76,400.
And then let's just be liberal here and say it's 4 years old. If you're saying it's 26 versus the vehicle sold in 22, that gives me 53,480.
You're taking which number you're
I'm
multiplying
just
by?
assuming if it's 4 years depreciated.
Okay.
If it is 26 versus 22, I think it might be 3
Well, we're
years.
valuing it this at the end of 2025.
So it might be 3 years.
Right.
So then at the end of 25, it's 3 years, 75%. So you take 76,400 and then times 0.75 equals 57,300 is the appraised value. And then I'm asked
So that's 75,000.
76,400
76,400, is that what was on the, yes. 76,400
times
Times.
0.75,
0.75 equals,
57,300 on my math.
okay.
And then my understanding is that 70% of that is the assessed value.
Well, yes, but
Yeah, that's the appraised value.
that's the appraised value,
Yeah.
which is is the new appraised value.
Okay. So we're just talking appraisals and not assessments, then that's very close. That's closer to the number I originally proposed of 45,000.
Right.
And I was saying 45 because I bought it for about 50 back in 24. It's been used more and 10,000 more miles on it, and it's got more wear and tear. But if we can't take that into account, I'm just saying here's MSRP off the window sticker. Here's 75%. Okay, let's just use that number. It's my proposal. If that's how it's done. I don't know where 91,850 comes from.
I don't either.
Yeah. So that's all I got. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess someone will figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Okay.
And we'll
Thank
let you
you.
know.
Hopefully I didn't overwhelm you.
No, I just, with the vehicles, I've not done one before.
Yeah.
And
Can I just see the window sticker for a second? I'll just write down some of the math too.
Is that it?
Yeah. So we'll say 76,400 times 0.75. Equals 57,300. So I'll make that my requested appraised value. Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest.
Yeah, good luck to you. We'll see what happens with this.
Okay.
As I said, I've never done a vehicle before, and I don't know how the board is going to look at this.
Okay. Well, thank you.
We'll see.
Have a great day.
Can you find your way out of
I
here?
think I can.
I had a feeling you could.
If I get lost, I'll ask for help. Thanks again. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.
It's supposed to warm up.
I need to.
Yeah.
Just warm up. All right. Your door open or shut?
You can leave it open right now. Yeah.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
And I'm closing this session at 10:19. So I am starting appeal number 980, and it's 10:58 a.m. And I have with me
Laura Abdul Latif.
Laura Abdul Latif, okay? You are the owner?
Yes. Of 178 Glen Ridge Road,
178 Glen Ridge Road.
Fairfield, Connecticut.
I'm at 178 Glengarry Road.
Are you sure Glenberry or Glen?
Glengarry.
Oh, I always came up Glengarry. My God, I forget you.
That's kind of,
Because I always look up and then two things come up. 178 Glen Ridge and then Glengarry.
Yeah.
Only two letters comes up when I just type in Glen 178 and
There
then
it is.
those two came up when I typed it.
that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Wow. Nice to meet you.
My name is Laura O'Brien, and I said the time was what, 10:50?
Nice.
Well, it was 10:58
Yeah.
when I said it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. First I have to swear you in. So do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Help you.
And it's the 20th, and you will sign here. So, what do you want to tell me?
Based on,
Oh, I do want to confirm something. The town has valued this property at 178 Glen Ridge Road at $704,300. You've requested it be reduced to $525,000 even.
yeah,
Right?
it could be 550, but I try to keep it at 525.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you could go down to 499, but that's fine. It's up to
No, it isn't up to me.
you.
I'm only one person of
group on the board.
Multiple people, yeah,
Yes.
that's fine, yeah. All right, so based on my multiple observation and the current status of the house, it needs 7 windows at least. That needs immediate replacement, and then
At least 7 windows are defective.
defective, yeah. Kitchen completely needs to be gutted out. It's warping, literally.
It's what?
Warping. It's not
The floor.
not floor, but the kitchen countertop. It's warped. It's not a stone. It's an old style Sun mica thing.
So it's the original kitchen.
It's the original kitchen, yes. Basement leaks,
And it's showing its age.
age,
Okay.
and substantial use, less of a use. Not only age. Age is okay,
But it's showing its age.
yeah, showing age plus the usefulness of the kitchen is the trouble as well.
Okay.
And then 7, and then another at least 1, 2, 3 more windows that will require not immediate but later on replacement. It's working, but it needs
Close that.
So first is kitchen, then it's window, third the roof itself leaked. We have a roof leak on the
Hang on
roof.
a second.
Mhm.
Okay, the roof is leaking.
In at least 3 places. 2 places with a visible spot, another place with no visible spot, but it leaks there. The repair has been done on one side of things.
What has been done?
Repair on the roof has been done, but it still leaks, so we still have to find out. And there is
I'm not going to note that it's still leaking, so that's an issue.
right, but I mean it's still leaking,
You-
even though the repair is done, it's still
Yeah.
leaking. Yeah. Cracks on the ceiling.
Okay.
The hardwood floor is of multiple types, including loose one that you can literally pull it out.
Loose floorboards.
Loose floorboards, different types of floorboards. In some places there's no floorboards, it's just the glue. It's hard glue.
Where is Glen Ridge Road?
It's by the Tamor. You go up the hill on a Tamor, and there is a Glen Ridge it's touching the Lake Ridge and also touching on the other side Morehouse. So
Okay.
it's within the range. So that's that. Siding, it consists of 3 sidings.
3 different sidings.
Yes. The front of it is newer siding, yellow is, with a vinyl. And by the garage is different siding, and it's showing its age. What's his name? That I think cedar board.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cedar board across the place in the back side, but this side is different color and showing age. The other side completely needs to be replaced. Like literally, it's rotted, so it needs to be replaced. The patio needs to be completely gutted out. It's unusable.
Okay.
Garage itself unusable. I mean, it's kind of usable.
What's unusual? Does the door work?
The door, I have to work with it.
Yeah. Door's hard to operate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it probably needs a repair too. And then it leaks there too. The garage is getting, every time it rains, there is a full of water. The garage there.
Water leaks into garage.
And then the basement, we have cracks. I can see the sunlight without the window. The light without the window.
And
that's in the basement?
Yeah, in the basement. There is a cracks in the basement, and then obvious leak.
Has a crack where?
Oh.
Outside?
Cracks by the kitchen, underneath the kitchen. Leaks there as well, in the main pipe.
In the pipe or the ceiling?
In the main pipe. I put a, what do you call that thing? Little pot over there, so just hold it. And then we got basement, we got garage, we got siding, we got floors, we got windows, we got ceiling. And the roof is aged too. So, but it's working.
Well, it's leaking.
It's leaking on the other side of the house, yeah.
It needs to be replaced,
Yeah,
obviously.
and then fascia, and what do you call it? Fascia?
Fascia.
Yeah, fascia needs to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you call it? Porch? Did I talk about patio or porch? What do you call that one thing in the back? It's not porch, is it?
Is it on the ground?
One on the ground. That
would be a patio.
It's a patio. One, as soon as you step out, there is a little.
It's raised above the ground. I call that a porch.
Okay.
A small porch.
Yeah, small porch. The handles are. I don't bring the kids over there because they can fall off. It's loose. It needs replacement.
Railings are loose.
Not only railings, but that whole thing needs replacement because on the side where all this thing is, like the cement work.
Concrete is.
Yeah, it's gone.
Concrete is failing.
Yeah, concrete is failing.
I think it will help if you send in some photos.
Yeah, and then driveway. I'll send all the pictures.
What's wrong with the driveway?
It's not an asphalt driveway. It's an old muddy driveway without any.
It's dirt.
Yeah, it's dirt.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And,
Anything else?
well,
It needs what else?
it's up to you.
It needs new tree.
What's that?
Landscaping.
Well, landscaping isn't something we really
Yeah, I mean, but
get
it does
into.
improve. Yeah, but it does improve.
It can improve the look, but that's more of a aesthetic thing
Mm-hmm.
than a value thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. But I'm the worst around there.
I've got 3 other appeals to do that are
Okay.
late now because do you have anything else major to bring up?
The major is kitchen, floor, and ceiling,
I've got
and then
all
the
that.
siding.
Yeah.
That's major. Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from that, if I think of anything, I'll send it in and put it in an email.
Okay, to the assessor's office.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay,
Wonderful. All done.
all done. You can enjoy your holiday now.
Thank you. Happy holiday to you. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and it is 11:09, and I'm ending this session. It's 11:12 a.m. on March 20th, and I'm here with Robert Russo for property at 319 Harbor Road, appeal number 783. Robert is representing the owner.
That's correct, RDPLD Holdings LLC.
Okay.
And I have an affidavit from Kelly Connors, the member of RDPLD Holdings LLC, that authorizes me to represent them.
That's great.
Thank you.
Okay.
The town has appraised this
Well,
Sure.
let me just go on quickly. I don't need to get you to swear,
That's correct.
because you
I'm an
are an attorney.
Right, yep,
so you've done it to the state.
exactly, exactly.
So I just wanted to and so yes, I've got a property at 319 Harbor Road. I have that the town has valued it at $407,424
470,
That's correct.
and you're requesting the value be reduced to 3 million even.
Right, which is what my clients paid for the property in May of 2025.
Oh.
So, 5 months before the date of valuation, the clients bought the property for $3 million.
Purchased May 2025. Oh, do you want to close that door?
The property had been on the market for 2 years.
Oh,
I'm going to give you the price history that we printed out from Zillow. So you've got that and can see that the property had been marketed for $3,625,000, but
for how many years?
2.
At
3625. And Mrs. Connors bought it for $3 million,
Okay.
which I think is the best possible comp out there. I'm also going to give you the field card for 10 Harbor Road, which I think is an important comp as well. 10 Harbor Road is just down the street, and it sold in March of 2025, and it sold for $2,650,000. Sorry, $2,650,000. The town has valued the land.
Hang on a second.
Sorry.
So it sold, when did it sell?
March 2025.
For,
$2,650,000.
okay.
And the town valued the land on that property at $1,519,000.
1,519,000.
Right. Which, if you adjust it to the value per acre,
Mm-hmm.
would be just under $4 million. My client's property is an acre.
Valued the land at 1,519,000,
Yes, 152.
but I don't follow you.
So it valued the land at $1,519,000, and the land is 0.38 of an acre. If you adjust that to the value per acre,
Oh, okay.
it becomes $3.99 million.
So that's 3.99 mil
That's
per
correct.
acre.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I couldn't follow.
However, unlike 10 Harbor Road, which is a flat lot,
Mm-hmm.
319 Harbor Road is a very sloping lot. It's going to be very difficult to build anything larger than the very old home that is on the lot, because the shape of the lot and the sloping of the lot.
Three Harbor Road is, describe the property, how slanted it is, how should I?
Yeah, it's a steep hill from the street down to the water.
So you are on the water,
Yes.
so it has a water view.
Yes, so does 10 Harbor Road as well. Yes.
Okay. But this one has a steep.
It's a steep hill. And first and foremost, it was on the market for 2 years. It sold for $3 million. It's hard to believe that in 5 months the value increased from $3 million to $4.7 million.
That's, to me, that's the most likely good,
Right. Comp, right?
Yeah. you know, if it doesn't sell, if it hangs on the market for a while and doesn't sell, then how much is it worth?
Exactly.
That's just me.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay, are we,
We can go to the next one when you're ready.
think I should stop this session
Sure.
now at 11:20 and start the other
Sure.
one, so it's a separate recording. So I am starting this recording at 11:20 a.m. It is appeal number 784 for 298 Harbor Road. And my name is Laura O'Brien. I'm here with attorney Robert Russo. And the owner is Kyle and Alana Griswold.
Yes,
Right.
and I have an affidavit from Alana Griswold authorizing me to be here today.
That's wonderful.
Right.
The property was valued by the town at $5,372,212, and the owners are asking it be reduced in value to $4,405,000 even.
And we actually, we have an appraisal from Danny Bull showing a value of $4,415,000, which is what we're now claiming. Well, actually, that's what's on the form. So, great.
Appraisal from
Danny Bull.
values property at $4,415,000, right?
That's correct. And Danny's got great comps. The most important thing to understand about this property is even though it's on Harbor Road, it's kind of right across from the property we just talked about. There's no water view or harbor view. I brought you a photo. That is the view from across the street of the house.
Okay.
So it's really, it's not a Harbor Road property in that it doesn't have a harbor view. It has a view of really tall, overgrown evergreens.
Evergreens on either side block the view.
And the home itself, you'll see from the photos in the appraisal, is a tiny little salt box. So it's, yeah.
Hang on a second.
Sure.
Finish this note. Okay, go ahead.
So if you look at the photos of the home, it's a tiny little salt box. It's
They're
not,
in here.
yes,
right?
exactly. Right.
Is
This is
this-
my copy. That's your
Is this
copy.
in here?
No. I had that prepared because I thought of this.
I can add it.
Please, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
So the home is just a salt box.
Right, and if you look at Mr. Bull's comps, they're all for Southport homes, but none of them are water views. So that, one of the reasons I brought you the photo is because someone might look at the address and go, well, this is Harbor Road, why are we comparing it to Main Street or Pequot Avenue?
Right.
It's because it has no view.
Yeah, I think I know where this is.
Yeah, right as you're going
I bike
there.
up that hill.
Oh, wow, okay, that's gonna be a steep hill to bike up, right?
I sometimes do worse. I bike from my home up in, off of Strathfield Road,
Okay, sure, yeah.
all the way down to the harbor and back sometimes,
Wow,
when I'm feeling well.
I live on Brookline Avenue, so I'm not far from you.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
Anyway, so, let's move on. So there's no view,
No view.
and the appraiser has comps and stuff for the village, which also have no view.
Mm-hmm.
Comps have no water view. And he's got 4. 3 of them are lower than what the requested value is. 1 of them is higher. So how did he come at that?
Well, so if you look at his adjustments, so go back to the second page. You can see how he adjusted each one to figure it out,
Okay.
right? So if you see a positive adjustment, he's deciding that my client's home is worth more
Okay.
for these reasons. If you see a negative adjustment, in all instances, it looks like he actually adjusted these up. Well, no, they're negative adjustments here. For example, this house is a 3-car garage. My client's only have a 2-car garage, so he took off $25,000 from the value of this home
Okay.
for having the extra garage. But like here, because of the change in the, I'm reading upside down, which is always dangerous.
187.5.
Right. He added more because he decided that my client's home was worth more than the comparable property. So the adjustments really kind of lay out how he arrives at that value. He doesn't just average them, he dials them.
Gotcha. So 4 comps with adjustments to equate to the $4,415,000 value.
And if you look on the third page, he does a really nice write-up of explaining how he got there.
Oh, wow. Pretty small.
Yeah.
Sure, I can read this.
I feel you with that.
I actually do better without the glasses.
Oh, really? Oh.
When it's like
I
this.
can't not do it with the glasses. Right.
I'm not going to read it.
You don't need to right now. That's the whole joy of me giving it to you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That's all I have on that one. We have one more.
I'm going to end this one
Sure.
at 11:28. And I'm starting this appeal, number 785, at 11:28 a.m. I have with me Robert Russo, who is the attorney for the owner, Lillian Sikora.
That's correct. And I have an affidavit from Lillian authorizing me to be here today.
Okay. Put that in the package. Okay, what's the story on this one?
So the town is valued at $1,396,700.
Right?
My clients bought it in November for $1,333,000. So we are just seeking that it be adjusted down a little more than $60,000 to what my clients paid for it.
Okay.
The home
Purchased, what date again?
it was purchased in November 19th, 2025.
2025.
Yeah.
For?
$1,333,000. And that's what we believe the value should be. The house had been put on the market in September for $1,423,000.
For $1,423,000.
But it's sold for $90,000 less than that. I'm getting
In three months.
2 months, yes.
2 months,
Right.
okay.
And here's the price history from Zillow so that you have it. This is still a very good price for this neighborhood. This is, Lucille Street is just kind of south. It's north of Fairfield Woods Road. It's south of Lake Mohegan. It's a very good price for this neighborhood. I'm going to give you
I know where it is,
a
okay.
few comps. 151 Bulkley,
Mhm.
which sold in September 2025 for $930,000.
151, BULK?
K, yeah,
LEY?
yeah,
So September,
2025 for $930,000. Similar size lot, older home.
older than the
Yes,
subject property.
older than the subject property, that's right.
And I can keep this,
Please, I'm going to give you 29 Bayberry Road as well. Which sold in September 2025 for $1,075,000.
$1,075,000.
75,000. 75, yeah.
Okay.
And it's slightly smaller, but you know, once again, that is 250,000 less than the adjustment we're seeking. The final comp I have for you is 85 Whiting Pond Road.
$85
Whiting
Whiting
Pond.
Pond Road. Where's that?
That's more in Greenfield Hill.
Hmm.
And that sold in July of 2025.
July of 2025?
Yep, for $1,151,064.
Mhm. Okay.
And it's a larger lot, similar sized home. I just don't see any evidence for this house being worth more than my clients paid for it.
And this one at Whiting Pond is in the Greenfield Hill area,
Correct.
which
Come,
should add value to it.
I would assume, yes.
We usually have a coding for the part of town. It just says Fairfield, Connecticut. Whatever.
And of course, the strongest argument here is they just bought it. You're right.
Well, I know, because, you know, people, this is the owner's, we're doing Lucille Street now.
Right.
Yeah, purchased November 2025
Yeah.
for $1,333,000. So that's why you put that as the
Right.
value.
Right, that's why we're only seeking a $60,000 reduction, because it's, you know,
Yeah.
it's disingenuous to ask for more than they just paid for it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's only $100,000 below the asking price too.
Right.
So it's
Right,
all right.
and that's our final one?
I can go home.
Yeah, you can. I gotta go back to the office.
I'm not getting paid.
I am.
I'm retired. Okay, so I'm going to end this session at 11:35.